What's going on, Simpson Cucks? The worst duelist here. So, with Infernoble Knight being tier 0.5 or tier 1, I would like to raise the question to you. Is the pile of cards I'm about to show you better than Infernoble?
What are you, fucking gay?
At any rate, what I'm going to be showcasing today in this video is my secret spice, my hidden goods, my ooey gooey nonsense. So, without any more jabbering or clamoring, I would like to get right into the profile. However, with that being said, I have more jabbering and clamoring to do. In regards to the channel, I would just like to make a tiny, short little announcement. I am going to try to start putting a little bit more effort into these videos. As you might already be able to tell, I'm kind of doing like a little bit more of an intro here than just saying, here's my list. But at any rate, let me know what you think down below, if you wouldn't mind. Right. Either way, let's just get into it. Alright, so here's the secret spice, the hidden goods. So we got the triple Immortal Phoenix Gearfried. This card needs no introduction. It's just standalone, just amazing by itself. So yeah, it's the big boss monster. Helps you play through Nibiru. Then you have the triple connector, and then we also play the Dolphin, of course. But on top of that, we're playing 3 Vision Hero Vion. So these are the 1-card souls of the deck. So I mean, obviously from the Gearfried, you could probably tell that this is in this old list. But with the 3 1-card starters, it just raises the consistency of the deck. Because like I said in the intro, it's definitely more than 40. I really don't know how many cards are in this deck. But what we're doing, as well as we're going back to this old strategy that they did a few years ago with the Blue Mountain Butter Spies. Because I mean, it just chain blocks the effects to special summon the Dolphin and then send the double Malicious from the deck. So, I mean, this is just like easy as old. This is like a backup plan if you get impermed or whatever, so you still have the play. And yeah, that's pretty much your engine for your starters. I mean, granted, you could say that these cards can screw you over sometimes, but there's minimal ways around it. But even drawing it, sometimes you do just forget about it. It just doesn't really matter because you have so much extension in the deck already that even if you're summoning this card and this Mally is in your hand, you'll probably be okay. Alright, so next on the list is just the single copy of Shadow Mist. Yeah, so that's right, that's the secret spice. It's basically a hero deck, but it's like not really heroes because the engine is very small in regards. It's just the triple Vion, this guy, and then the 2 Mallies. But, you know, pretty much the idea behind this was play a deck that's similar to Noble Knights and is doing kind of a similar strategy, but we're also getting access to Dark Law through your boy here. So, yeah. Moving on with the list, we have this broken card that I actually forgot was a warrior, and I thought that this was a spellcaster. And then upon going through dueling book search, I discovered that this is the secret goods. And I noticed a couple other people on dueling book were trying this in Infernoble Knights, but I think it almost applies better here because Infernoble Knights, you don't really need this card. You have so many cards on their own, like Renaud and Oliver, and like infinite ways to get to those cards that you don't need this as a tuner extender to go for the needle fiber play. I mean, I don't really say that you shouldn't do it, but I just don't think it's needed. However, here it's quite needed because I'm not playing all of those types of monsters in the deck. We also have the triple junk forward. And this can be conflicting sometimes because you don't want to open more than one of this, but the main reason that I even play this card is not for the fact that it's a warrior body. I mean, granted, that's a plus, yes, but it's an earth, because we're actually going Nat Beast in this deck, because it's a broken card. There's a lot of different end boards you can do with this deck, and that's kind of why I like it. And then, of course, this card's pretty standard for like any sort of Assault deck. I mean, it's just free, it's a free extender. That needs no explanation. Just shits itself out of your hand. And then for the tuner, you have the 1 TG Striker, and that's obviously how we're making that beast. And we're just doing needle fiber plays with this and Arborea. But yeah, he's a good boy. And then we're also playing this cheesy package because I mean, I feel like there's really no reason not to play this. It's just so generic. I mean, granted, these can also fuck you over too, but you almost will never not have the card in your hand for Dragoon, because like that's kind of like a major issue whenever you're playing this package, is you might not have the extra card if you draw these guys, because you'll be sending that possibly as the last card in your hand. But the Phoenix Blade here just always solves that problem. So the spell cards is the 5 equips. It's pretty much the same 5 that you've always played, but I play this card instead of Autonomous Action Unit. And I mean, like, I probably should play Autonomous Action Unit. You can play Autonomous Action Unit, but this card's effectively like Imperm going second. This was a secret spicy tech that my good buddy Mr. Jason Arojo told me about a long time ago. Shout out to my boy. He when this came out, I think it was a tournament pack. Yeah, this was in a tournament pack. He's like, hey, you should definitely give that a whirl because it's pretty cheesy. This is when Colossus was in the format, so like if you open this, you just shit on Thunder guys. It's pretty funny because like you go here, you go imperm, and then you do this to the other one, and then you're just like, yeah, lit. Let's go ham now. For the rest of the cards, we're playing the Hero Lives, and we're playing the Rhoda Consistency. I'm not playing E-Call because it only searches the one Shadow Mist. Like I originally tried this with Solid Soldiers and Shadow Mist, and I think I was playing Honest Neos originally too, but the E-Call just like, it's just not good. Like those cards really just aren't good with like what we're trying to do. We're trying to normal Connector or normal Vion and then go Zold and go fucking Burr. Next you have the Triple Mass Change. You're still playing 3 of this just because you can't always get access to the Shadow Mist to search this. That's honestly like when you have the like super bonkers hands that are like Extender, Starter, Arborea, then you can get this off Mass Change and you can end on like this crazy nonsensical board. But yeah, it just works because, you know, Vion, you can get Vion from the deck and get Mally, and that's also just like an additional extender on top of like a body for the Mass Hero Dark Claw. And then of course it's just like extenders for these 2 cards. I honestly thought about cutting this because this has fucked me over a lot, but this serves a purpose when I get over to the extra deck. So yeah, I mean, it's a good card just by itself. I used to play it as a cheesy one of back whenever like the Topologic Gumblar thing was the all the rage there. And then we're playing the Triple Impermanence as just like the hand trap of the deck, and also just like presenting it's good. It's a good card. It doesn't need much explanation. The only thing that I thought about changing was possibly doing Triple Gamma and just adding this card, like not cutting anything for this, just putting this in, and like take out the Red Eyes package and just play this instead, because that also frees up 2 spots in the extra. But yeah, I don't really know. I suppose you could try that. I've tried it. I've also tried just adding this in when I've been playing online, and it's okay. I mean, the card's good. That is definitely more like a player preference type deal, that card. And I definitely forgot to organize this extra deck, but we'll just run it anyway. So the Almirage here is serving one purpose. It serves the purpose of making the World Legacy Succession good, but you can turn both Connector and Vion into this guy, so that's pretty cheeky. Like even Arborea, most of the cards in the deck you can make this. So like if you really have to, if you do really have no other plays and you normal summon one of anything that can become this, like I said, pretty much everything in the deck, you can then just special the Arborea, or play the Succession, and then go 5 combo. But yeah, so that's the purpose that this serves. And then of course you are playing the double Assault. The main reason, like you could play 1 if you wanted to, but the main reason I'm playing 2 is just because like getting impermed, you go the first effect sometimes. It really just depends on like who you're playing against, what deck you're playing against. But basically the whole idea is like if it gets negged on the search effect, you just make another one and just do the send 4 effect. And also it's good for whenever you are going on turn 3. On turn 3, if you have access to make another one, you can get like the Fire Flood out by sending the last equip if you didn't draw it. And then you got the Fiber and the Anaconda, because that's just this meta, you play these cards. We're not playing any Link 3s, but I am playing a Link Cross. I don't own the card yet though, it's coming in the mail, but yeah. The Link Cross should be here too. I still don't have it. It should probably here today, it's just the mail hasn't come. Then we got the one Boral Sword, and then the Appaloosa as an additional option for your inboard. So yeah, that's them. The Synchro cards, we have the Marcher, the Arclight, Naturia Beast, and Savage Dragon. These 3 again are just this meta, and then I feel like because we have access to play this card, there's just really no reason why we should not work towards making this as part of certain endboards. And then the last 2 that I have here is these guys. I think that with the Link Cross not being in here, it's 14. I honestly don't remember what the 15th card was, but yeah, I mean, this guy needs no introduction, this guy needs no introduction. They're just broken cards. I'm not going to do a combo at the end of this video because I just don't want it to be too long, but I will say that you can like easy accomplish endboards that are like pretty much we're just going shit out everything type deal. Like you can like easy do stuff like this. I mean, but to be fair, this is like through no hand traps. And then if you have like the real nuts, you can get this guy instead of this or this one. It depends what you're doing. But yeah, that's the profile. That's pretty much about it. There's really nothing more to say. I kind of covered it all already. Let me know what you think. It's the secret goo. It's the hidden spice, and I hope I clickbaited you. Have a good day, Simps.